Realism was all about showing life as it is. But what if you wanted to capture not what you see, but how you see? Today we will talk about Impressionism, how they made you see what they see. Instead of focusing on details and accuracy, Impressionists were all about light, color, and capturing fleeting moments. The result? Art that feels spontaneous, fresh, and alive. At the same time, creating a whole revolution and a massive headache in the art industry. If you're ready, my name is Nina. I'm a self-taught artist, a huge fan of history of art, and in this channel we talk about all things art. So the key features of Impressionism are loose brushstrokes, an extremely unique way of using light, detailing, and color, everyday scenes, and en plein or outdoor painting. One of the first things you notice when looking at any Impressionist painting is the loose, almost sketchy brushstrokes. Look at Claude Monet, Impression Sunrise, 1872, the painting that gave the movement its name. Monet wasn't just trying to perfectly replicate the scene. He was capturing the light and atmosphere at that specific moment. You can almost feel the misty air on your skin. These quick visible brushstrokes were a radical break from the polished finish of academic painting. Impressionists were obsessed with light and how it changes throughout the day or seasons. Take Monet's Royal Cathedral series, 1892-1894, where he painted the same building at different times during different seasons, to show how the light transforms one and the same object. Instead of focusing on fine details, Impressionists wanted to capture how light interacted with the scenes in front of them. It's in a way studying of objects, but with focus on lights and maybe emotion. Like the realists, Impressionists were also keen on showing everyday life. They often painted everyday scenes, city streets, parks, cafes, but they did it in a way that felt very different, more vibrant, more modern. Sometimes hard to understand the way they were painting. Look at Pierre-Auguste Renoir, Luncheon on the Bathing Party, 1880-1881, is a snapshot of a casual afternoon with friends eating, drinking, and chatting. But the way Renoir paints it, with dappled light and soft glowing colors, make it feel magical. Impressionists took their canvases for a walk, or what we call in art painting en plein air, or directly from life outside the studio. This allowed them to capture the ever-changing conditions of light and weather. Monet's Water Lily series, 1886-1926, is a perfect example. You can practically see the ripples in the water and the shifting colors of the reflection. Why en plein air was a new thing? Simply because tubes have been invented and that allowed artists to move and paint outside of the studio. I'm not talking about sketching because it existed always, but painting until 19th century was limited to only indoor activities. While realism focused on gritty realities of life, Impressionism was more concerned with the sensory experience of a moment. They both tried to capture the same topic, everyday life, but from different angles and with very different results. Realist painters wanted to see the world's social realities. Impressionists wanted to feel the light, color, and atmosphere of a single instant. While where realists sought clarity, Impressionists embraced spontaneity. It's kind of like they tried to paint emotions and include emotion on a canvas. That's the story of Impressionism for you in a nutshell. A movement that transformed how we see the world and how we feel it, one fleeting moment at a time. But the story doesn't end here. Next we'll explore post-impressionism, where artists like Van Gogh and Cézanne took impressionism to new, sometimes wild heights. See you next time. Ciao!